Today's video is a fleet update. We're gonna go over all four rigs, the 73 Plymouth, the 86 Daytona, the 99 second gen Dodge pickup, and the new daily. Long story short, they're all broken. Great. We're gonna see if we can get them all back fixed throughout the course of this video. So, see what we can do. We'll get this one out of the way real quick. This is the new daily, the 2020 Dodge 1500 Hemi, Lone Star Edition. So you guys, I don't know if you watched the last video on this thing, but tail light was out, right? Fixed that, no big deal. Dealership actually took care of that one. Windshield had a lot of wind noise. The seal was installed wrong on the windshield and the AC wasn't working well. So got the windshield done, got that all sealed back up. That cured the wind noise. The AC, unfortunately, is a common problem with the 19 and 20 1500 Dodges. It's a whole thing. Wire and harness, all kinds of issues that these things had. So the whole dashboard has to come out. It's going to be a 4-figure repair. Thankfully, we have the extended warranty. So it's only going to cost us $100 to fix it. So anyway, last video we did the first couple mods to the truck. You guys, most of you have probably watched that. If not, go ahead and do so. Next mod, we put some floor liners in it. This video is actually sponsored by Lay's Fit Floor Liners. This truck came with no floor liners in it, right? Which, not a big deal, but you gotta have them, right? It's gonna ruin your carpet if you don't have them. The competitors to Lay's Fit charge $250, $300 for laser cut, custom fit floor liners, right? Lay's Fit charges $130, and there's actually a discount code. I'll leave it in the description below. For the discount code, you can save $15 and in some cases $40 with a purchase with Lay's Fit. So let them know your boy sent you. And these things, the fit is just about perfect on them. I mean, it fits every bit as good as a WeatherTech or Husky or any of the other liners. They make two different models for this truck, with and without the underseat storage. This truck does not have the underseat storage, so the liner actually comes all the way back. So great fit and finish. I rolled it right out of the box and they set down really, really good for being rolled up in the box. I didn't have to leave them out in the sun or anything. And the quality of these things is great. They come pre-set up with your little snap deals that snap into the piece on the carpet here, the little button on the carpet. They snap in, they fit well, they lined up perfect. Back one has the same function. The snap-ins right here. You can flip it up and still get to your under seat storage right there, or your underfloor storage. So really, really nice floor liners, and for a fraction of the cost of pretty much anyone else. So you guys know Lay's Fit's been part of the channel for a while. They help us out with lighting and all kinds of different things. So go head down to the description down there, get yourself some floor liners, LED headlights, you know, any of the products, and there's a discount code in the description below. Next up is the 99 second gen. Windshield wipers are down again, which is a common theme with this truck. It's like it never has working wipers. We replaced the multi-function switch last time, which got them running for, I don't know, almost a year probably. And now they're totally dead again. So got to check, see if the wiper motor is getting voltage. I probably jinxed myself. When we repaired the alignment for the wipers, I noticed that the wiper motor was from 99. It was the original wiper motor, and I bragged about it and probably jinxed myself. So I do have a wiper motor in stock, so we can install that if we need to. The paint job, I painted this thing about 1.5 years ago. It's peeling on the hood. It never stuck to the hood that well. The rest of the truck still looks pretty darn good though. Yeah, a little bit underneath the door sill here, but for $400 or $500 paint job, not too bad. Still looks pretty darn good from 5-10 feet away. Bodywork is holding up okay too. So yeah, not too bad for the bargain. But let's test power. Let's see if we're gonna get power to our wiper motor. If we are getting power to the wiper motor, then well, we got a bad wiper motor. If we're not, well, maybe our Amazon cheapy multifunction switch is bad. So let's dive into this. All right, we got our wiper motor and arm out of here. Now let's take my incredibly expensive multimeter, and I think this here's the ground, and then we'll see if we've got power to this side with the switch on. Yeah, we got 12 volts going to the wiper motor when it's in the on position. That's good news. That means the motor's bad. We've got one of those in stock, so good news. All right, we got our new wiper motor here. Something that's kind of a bummer about the later second gens, 98 to 02 or 01 if it's a half ton. The wiper motor, where it hooks to the linkage assembly, is not key weighed. So you can have, when you put in the new wiper motor, your arms can be out of alignment. So kind of weird, because the 94 to 97 second gens were key weighed. So just something weird about that. Don't know why they did away with that in the later second gens, but they did. Yeah, you can see this is the original wiper motor, February of 99. I should have changed it when I redid the linkage the first time, but well, whatever, here we are. Put the new one in. A little bit of a difference here. This guy's got a tab. This guy's got a wire, but it shouldn't matter. Well, these are different thread pitch. This is slightly smaller and it's fine threaded, versus these guys are coarse threaded and slightly larger. So, it's Sunday, so my local hardware store is not open, so I guess it's off to Home Depot we go. Get some bolts. All right, new wiper motor installed. See if we got wipers. We sure do. And I got it aligned right. Nice. Perfect. All right, time to throw the cowl and the blades on, and this truck is good to go. Well, we got wipers. The alignment is slightly off. See, they go a little too far down and then back, but I'm not tearing all that back apart. We got it pretty darn close. Is what it is. All right, second gen, check. We've got wipers. So when that thing goes to the dealership, we've got a daily. So next up is the Plymouth. All right, for those of you who don't follow the channel, this is a 73 Satellite, and I have not driven it in a month or so because we had a throttle cable collapse on us. This portion of the throttle cable right here, there's supposed to be a gap right there, and it has somehow collapsed in on itself and has made it so that you basically got to floor it to give it any gas at all. Well, let's get a light in here. So if you look up at the top of the pedal, there's all kinds of play before you get any throttle out of this thing. So I do have a new throttle cable. Let's see if we can get this thing swapped out, because I kind of want to drive this to work tomorrow. All right, old cable is out. This guy's a little tricky to get out from the inside of the firewall. You gotta compress these clamps and pull it out, but wasn't too bad. Just use a set of needle nose pliers. Now we'll feed this end in and hook our new cable up. Feeds right into that hole in the firewall right there. All right, new throttle cable is installed and adjusted. Let's fire this thing up. Haven't started this thing in quite a while here. Changed my battery tender to the Daytona, which is next on the list of things to fix. Let's fire this thing up, make sure she's ready to go. Like I said, I'd like to bring it to work tomorrow. Well, power steering pump belt is loose. We'll have to tighten that. Come on, baby. success. All right, throttle cable's replaced. Almost forgot, because I haven't driven this thing in so long. It has a weird rotational noise coming from what sounds like the right rear. So I'm gonna jack this thing up, check that out. I didn't do the rear brakes on it. I rebuilt the front hubs, both sides, brakes, all that, but wondering if something to do with the brake dragging or if it's something in the rear end. I'm not sure. I'm gonna jack it up and spin the tire and see what we can see. Well, I don't hear a noise, but I did apparently forget to tighten a lug nut. So there's that. I'll double check all these, I guess. But the rest of them are tight. Yeah, I don't hear anything going on here. Maybe it's right front? I don't know, I'll jack the right front up and see after I tighten this thing. No noise here either. Huh. Maybe drive shaft? Oh. Well, we've got a ton of play in the steering knuckle. I don't know if you guys can see that. But a ton of play here. But that wouldn't cause a rotational noise. Huh. Not sure. Oh, maybe that's it. Yep, that's it. What is that? Okay. It's that brake pad not being seated in there. Well, we can pull the wheel off and just double check, make sure that the bolts are tight, but 99% sure that they are. So, because I just did this, but yeah, that's what the noise is. Weird. Yeah, I mean, it's tight. Just got some play in it. Huh. Weird. Well, at least that's what that noise is. We know it's nothing major. Just put a wrench on these real quick, make sure they're tight, and then just live with it, I guess. And then we're just gonna ignore the steering knuckle for now. Pretend we didn't see that. We'll replace that down the road. Everything's new. The pads I bought didn't fit these calipers, if you guys remember. So new bearing, rotor, caliper, but pads I had to reuse because the pads that were sent to me were wrong. So dang it. Okay. All right. Well, I'm just gonna double check, make sure these are tight, and then I guess it is what it is. All right, power steering belt is tightened up. This thing's ready to rock. Take this thing out. The Daytona, this is, for those who don't follow along, this is an 86 Daytona Shelby. We did a full engine build on it. Repaired, subframe was all burger welded on there, so we repaired all that. This has been quite a project. Did a lot of front end work, CV shaft, stuff like that. We still got some interior stuff to do, some bits and pieces on this thing. But what I want to try to address is the fact that our idle air control, subscriber named Bill Brown actually sent me a diagram for this. The idle air control is not hooked to anything. So Obviously, we need to rectify that, but I'm gonna pull out the wiring diagram that Bill sent me, and we'll see if we can figure this one out here, because it has these spade connectors on it. I don't know why they would be unhooked and taped off. I'm not sure, but pull this wire diagram out, see if we can figure it out. I don't even need Bill Brown's diagram, because there's gray and red there, gray and red here, and then let's see, that one is brown and white, and this is brown and white. I think these go right in here. Let's try it. Okay. Well, that was too easy. I don't quite understand why that would be disconnected. Let's fire it up, see what it does. Before, the idle was hanging really high on it. So let's start it, see what happens. That was pretty easy. If this fixes it, let's see. Now it won't idle. Interesting. Man, that tack is intermittent. That's too bad. Yeah, it won't idle with that hooked up. I'm keeping it running myself. Yeah, as soon as I back off the throttle, it dies. So I wonder if that means that that part is bad. And then they just connected it to get it running. Well, I guess we'll order one and find out. This is held in by a couple Allens. Okay. Well, I think that solves that mystery, because before the idle was hanging at like 3,000, and then we plugged it in and now it won't idle, which, like I said, I'm guessing that means the part's bad. So, interesting. Okay, I'll get one ordered. There's the fleet update. This thing's getting close. I've got to do interior work. I've got to do some trim. It's got a couple little issues. I got to do tires. But I'm gonna have the same guy who did the interior on the Plymouth do the seats in this thing. So very excited about that. Man, this thing's pretty darn close. That's fleet update, Plymouth. Yeah, we're gonna have to order some steering parts for that shortly, I guess. For now, I'm gonna ignore it. This guy, we need to order an idle air control. This guy's got windshield wipers, and this guy's going to the dealership tomorrow. Thanks to LaceFit for sponsoring the video. Go down into the description below for the discount code for them, and we will see you guys on the next one.